Does your forehand shot lands in, but not exactly where you're aiming? And if so, you need to pay attention to these three key parts: your shoulder, racket face, and your elbow. Now in tennis, there are two basic hitting directions: down the line or straight, and cross court or hitting diagonally. Imagine you're standing on the forehand side. When you're hitting it straight, the ball should bounce on the same side as where you hit it. And when you're hitting cross court, the ball should bounce on the opposite side from where you hit. So what are you going to do with your shoulder, racket face, and your elbow? When you're controlling your directions, I want you to point those three parts to your target. If you want to aim correctly, first, point your front shoulder directly toward your target. So let's say my target is down the line. I want the ball to be bouncing where those yellow cones are. So when you're in this surfer's position, my front shoulder, which is my left shoulder, should point toward those yellow cones. And if I'm hitting cross court, then my shoulder should point to the red cone. Adjust with your footwork and find the best position to hit the ball. Now when you make a contact, your strings are now pointing to the target. Now I don't want you guys to swing your racket using your wrist or your elbow. So instead, you want to swing your racket forward using your whole arm, starting from your legs. Now this contact is very important because where strings are pointed is where the ball goes. Now by this point, your front shoulder has rotated across, with your chest and your belly button are now pointing straight. It's not pointing to the side anymore. When you make a contact, it's pointing straight. As you finish your swing, your racket arm elbow points to the target. Now this ensures the racket travels in the correct path. Now if you have these three parts, your shoulder, your racket, and your elbow pointing to the target in the right order, then your directional control becomes more accurate without losing much power. It's very easy if the ball comes to you, but when the ball comes away from you, then you have to go chase the ball. While you're running towards the ball, the shoulder rotation has started. As you complete the stance and you're ready to hit the ball or ready to swing the racket forward, your front shoulder should already be pointing to the target where you want the ball to be. Then you swing your racket, the racket face points to the target next, and your elbow in the end. If you have enough time to step forward, then do so. Step forward toward your target. But if you don't have time for that, then your legs aren't the focus. I want you guys to focus more on that comfortable coil and make sure that the left shoulder, racket, and elbow are pointing to your target. Okay, so here are three simple drills that you can do on your own. We'll start with the shadow swing. So if you're right-handed player working on your forehand side, stand on the deuce side. Every time those 3 points are pointing to your target, you have to pause and complete your follow through. Here's how it looks like. So from your ready position, my target is those red cones. So I'm trying to hit cross court from here. So first, you want to turn your shoulder and point my front shoulder, which is my left shoulder, to be on the red cones. There. Stop. Then you swing your racket forward. Next, your strings should point to the target. Pause. And after you make a contact, keep your racket moving and your elbow on your racket arm points to the target in the end. Now, once you're comfortable with the movement, let's try some self-fed forehands. So my target is still cross court. I'm going to do everything exactly the same way as I did before. But this time, you have to drop the ball in front of you and see if you can hit the ball to the right direction. The ready position, left shoulder pointing to the red cones, racket, and elbow. Again, left shoulder, racket, and elbow. Now this is your third drill. If you have a hitting partner or a ball machine, then make them feed some balls to you. I'm gonna use the ball machine and control my directions. I'm gonna start off with hitting straight, cross court, straight, cross court. I'm just gonna alternate these shots. Everything is forehand. I'll stand on the deuce side. Now, control your direction with those 3 points that I've mentioned in this video. Your shoulder, your racket face, and your elbow. So here's how it looks like. Add some running to your drill when this is bit too easy. So stand in the center of the court, where the center mark is. As soon as the ball comes to your forehand side, you then start running. Point your shoulder first, set yourself, strings, then your elbow. If you're struggling with high bouncing ball on your forehand side, then you're missing these simple footwork steps. Watch the next episode to fix instantly.